Jamie Gomez, and today I will be discussing the 3 most important things that anyone that is being newly introduced to Confucianism should know, and why they are so important to know. First, I want to bring up the idea about how Confucianism is really widely debated if it is actually a religion or not. And this is something that's kind of difficult to decide, considering there is no strict definition for what is considered a religion, so it really varies. There's no rules on that. But something to consider whenever you are trying to decide if it is or not is that Confucianism kind of lacks structure in its holy figures or deities, because it doesn't really have any, or it doesn't have any strict temples or place of worship that are everywhere to attend. And another thing is that it doesn't follow what Western religions that maybe me and you may be used to seeing, such as praying for a good afterlife or to go to heaven. They will usually pray for success in academics, or perhaps to reach certain career goals, which is interesting to look at, and it kind of shows the fluidity of the religion, if you want to consider it a religion, but it also may be considered a kind of social norm or Chinese culture even. And this also gives way, some insight into why we consider Asians to be super smart, which is a stereotype, and I'm not here to justify it or say that it's true. But it is interesting to see why that stereotype has been used and where it originates from, and it's definitely from Confucianism because of what they pray for and how it is different from Western religions. And this brings me into my second point, which is how oftenly combined Confucianism is with other religions because of its fluidity and its how comparable it is to social constructs instead of a religion. And so we can see how many Chinese families will actually incorporate different aspects of different religions, such as Taoism, Hinduism, Buddhism, along with Confucius aspects. And this is really cool to see and really important to know, because when one considers China, maybe the first thing is not religious freedom. So to see how they are able to put together different aspects from different religions is really cool, because it may be unusual to see. And this brings me into my third and final point, which is about how Confucianism was once considered bad by the Chinese Communist Party, as it was seen to be elitist. However, after new management and a new chairman, Confucianism was viewed more for its practical parts rather than its religious aspects. And so there was this complete jump from maybe denying Confucianism or putting it down, and a complete switch to the opposite, which would be uplifting it and using it to justify its rulings of the Chinese Communist Party. And this point specifically would be the most important for me if I was introducing anybody into Confucianism, because I come from Midland, Texas, and right now there's a very popular story going over there being reported by the local news stations about a man named Bob Fu, who founded this organization called China Aid, which is there to help people from China that are not given religious freedoms, and they want to be a part of Christianity but cannot do that over there. So Bob Fu helps them to move over here and establish themselves in order to practice their religion freely. However, protesters sent by a man named Miles Kwok, who is a Chinese billionaire from New York, he's sending people to Midland to Bob Fu's house to protest and spread hopefully false claims about him being a part of the Chinese Communist Party. And it's just interesting to see how something all the way from China that involves stuff about oppressing religions such as Confucianism and trading over, it's now suppressing Christianity. And it's important for me because if I am showing anybody about Confucianism, it would definitely be somebody from Midland, my hometown. And that's something I would bring up as it talks about the Communist Party as well. And these 3 points of if it is a religion or not, or how it's combined with other religions, and its ties to the Chinese Communist Party are super important to consider whenever you are learning about it. So, thank you.